Alright, let's try this full self beta driving out, huh? We're gonna do it at nighttime because nighttime's a lot more mysterious. I think the first thing we'll do is just try to have it drive me wherever it feels like driving me to. I'm not gonna put in an address. I'm just gonna let it go. Let's see what happens. Somebody said they think it'll just take me back to the last address that I've been to. If that's the case, it'll just take me back to my house. So let's see what happens. 1, 2, there we go. And as you can see, the acceleration is pretty fast. And I know the speed limit is 25 miles an hour in residential zones, but for me, I think that's a little bit fast. So I'm just gonna put the speed back down to something more comfortable. I would say like 20 miles an hour. We'll see how that goes. So far, I've felt that the full self-driving was pretty comfortable to use. You know where it's going to have an issue, and you know how to adjust. It's not. I wouldn't trust it. I don't know. I see a lot of videos people want to drive with nobody in the passenger seat. I think that's a little bit crazy, but you only live once, right? So we have a little bit of a phantom braking here. I guess it lost track of the road. I'm pressing the gas. I'm just going to see where it decides to turn. Oh, and it finally found the road. During the daytime, it seemed like it was able to figure that out better because it didn't stop. We have some oncoming traffic here. It's kind of... Nope, I'm going to have to take over. And we're back. I think this is the first time driving at night in my neighborhood, so it's a little bit more cautious, or a little bit less accurate, I would say, actually. You turn the blinker on, and let's see if it actually comes to a stop. The last time it did this, it kind of just rolled. And there's a car coming, and it's creeping up, and we're turning. And like I said, I have no idea where it's taking me to. It's not taking me back to my house, so I have no idea where we're going. I guess we're going to find out together. Like I said, once you get out on the main roads where there's a stoplight, where there's lines, where it kind of knows how the road's shaped, it does a lot better. Just when you're merging from a side road to a main road, I would just disable it and keep one of your extra lives in your back pocket because it doesn't really handle that too well. So I guess we'll find out which way it decides to go because I guess it could go straight. It says it's like it's aiming for the middle lane here, so we're gonna keep straight. That's the other thing I noticed too about the routing. Is it seems like to me it just wants to stay straight, so it'll route in a way that involves the least amount of turns because I guess that's the least risky option. And we are at a stoplight. One thing I do notice about the interceptions is they kind of look like a fire will look after you've done mushrooms. If anybody's ever tried mushrooms, they're kind of breathing a little bit here. And right now I haven't done any mushrooms, so it's not that. I should mention to you that this is the longest stoplight in Virginia Beach, so we'll be here for approximately 35 more minutes. So if you want to go ahead and fast forward, be my guest. Lights turning yellow. We're getting ready to roll, maybe. The other side gets to go first. We'll be here a little bit longer. Here we go. You know, for as slow as I was accelerating trying to get the beta, this car really likes to zoom in the autopilot mode. So it lets it go faster than I had to go on a regular basis. They need to have a few options to adjust the acceleration. I kind of think that's so that if it does make a mistake pulling out or something like that, it's already getting up to speed, so there's less chance of a rear end collision. There's a car in front of me here, so I'm assuming it'll slow down. Kind of a bumpy road. Guess we'll figure out where it wants to take me now, because I'm pretty sure we can't go straight any longer. Oh, it's going to turn us to the right. Okay. So we're going to the right. Even though we're going to the right, we're kind of more towards the center. And so for a car that's behind you, that would be confusing because they think you're going to turn left because you're more towards the left, but you're actually wanting to turn right. So I just think that that's a little bit confusing. I don't think humans drive that way. We're going to see if it should stop again here. And it's going to edge forward. And hopefully it's not going to piss the guy off behind me because I'm driving like 2 miles an hour. Oh, nope, here we go. We're going for it. All right, we made it. So far, so good. And it did stop there and everything was safe. But it's just the shock of it all of a sudden deciding to go for it. And I've disabled it temporarily here just by accident, but we're back on. You know, I guess I should have invested in a better mount, but you know, this is kind of a half-assed video because Jeb Inc., I suppose, asked for a video by a non-shill, and being that I'm not making any money, I guess that would make me not a shill. But if you want to pay me, I can be your shill. Just let me know. Hit me up. I'm totally for sale. That's the one thing Virginia Beach has got a lot of is stoplights. I would say, you know, miles to stoplights is pretty close to 1-to-1 ratio here. Still haven't quite figured out where we're going. There's nothing on my map, but I do have about 50% battery range, so technically I guess we could drive all night. We'll just see how it goes. Now of course, you know, we already have autopilot, self-steering, and traffic-aware cruise control, and that's a lot of what auto steer on city streets is stuff we've already have. The only real difference is that it makes turns, and like I said, at a stoplight or at a controlled intersection it does that fine most of the time. Sometimes it takes a turn a little bit wide, but anywhere else it's interesting. It's an adventure. Being that I'm not in control of where it's going, I really can't tell you if we're going to make any uncontrolled lefts, but I wouldn't think so. I think that it would try to avoid that as much as it could, because like I said, it seems to want to go straight. And so this particular road here, I think, is a pretty long straight shot. I can't quite remember where it turns off the top of my head. Just going to come to another stop. See? 1 mile, 1 red light. That's how it goes right here. think it's pretty impressive that it can tell the difference between the green arrow. Whoa, we're doing something crazy here. Hold on. Okay. What happened there is it lost track of the which lane it was in, and so it swerved into another lane, but luckily there was no car behind me. And then after that, it swerved back into my lane, and at that point, I had seen enough, and so I decided to take it over. So you get something that was kind of impressive with the, I think, with the 3 green arrows, and then the 1 red light for me in my lane. I don't know, I think that's cool, but then I guess I lost track of which lane it was in, so I had to take over, but we are back. We got a little merge situation here. I think I should handle this pretty good. There's no cars behind me, so it doesn't have to worry about anything. You can just do as it feels. And again, I think we're going too fast for this road. The speed limit's 35, and we are going 34. I don't know. It's dark, and the road's kind of curvy, and I think that a human would drive a little slower than this. But, you know, then again, I did get a 100 on my safety score, so maybe I just drive slow. Oh. Now it's taking you somewhere. Let me cancel that. I'm just going to pull over here for just a second. Because, as you can see, my mount has not cooperated. We are dealing with some high technology here. I'm using my wallet case as a mount because, you know, that's how things go. Don't know. Okay, I think we're good. Okay, I reactivated it. Oh, see, now we haven't gotten over. We're driving in the shoulder, so that's not going to work. So I'm going to take over and get us back to the main road, and we're back. Now, the one thing that I found out that was, see, this is going to take us way too fast. This is a speed bump where an old train track used to be, but it didn't even really consider that. It was, I mean, I guess it would have been okay, but as someone pointed out, it's not spouse approved, and the reason it's not spouse approved is because no one wants to fly over top of a you know, old train track like they're, you know, what's it called? You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. Oh, I guess we're turning, but there's nowhere to turn, so I don't know what we're doing here. I'm just gonna go straight. Oh, no, we're off of autopilot. All right. You see a wide lane is trying to figure out where it needs to be, and now we are going to turn onto the main drag. So it just seems to wander endlessly to me. I didn't have an address when I left, and then for about, I don't know, 10 seconds I did have an address put in there, and then I canceled it, and now we're actually going away from the last address that I had in there. So I don't know, maybe Tesla has an errand to run that I don't know about. Probably what I'll do is, I mean, you see me wander around town. I really don't think there's anything that cool to show. So I will try to do one attempt at an unprotected left, just so you can see what it looks like. So we'll let it make this turn, and then maybe we'll get back into one of these neighborhoods that has a unprotected left to turn out of, and we'll see what happens. I would say that as far as my theory of it wanting to go straight goes, that's not correct, because it has made turns it doesn't need to make. Like it could go straight here, but it's opting to turn. This might be interesting. There's a cop car hitting this way with his sirens on, and our light's about to turn green. I don't know. No, it's not going to get here in time for it to affect my driving, because it's pretty far away. It might even be stopped. Oh, it had its turn signal on, but now it's decided to go straight. So it just, and that was actually a turn only lane it was in, I believe. So it didn't quite handle that appropriately, I don't think. All right, but we're back into a neighborhood, and we'll see where it's gonna take me. Okay, now are some speed dips. See where it says dip? Let's see if it dips. Nope, it ain't dipping. Okay, let's brake. Boom. Okay, that was exciting. We're just gonna go full speed into that. It sees speed bumps, but it doesn't see speed holes. Okay, well that's disappointing. Okay. Alright. And again, I just think that for a neighborhood, let's just relax with the speed and the acceleration. I mean, it still accelerates from 0 to 25 as fast as it accelerates from 0 to 45. You know, it just goes for it, which I think it should, you know, chill out a little bit. Alright, so we're going to make a turn here, because we can't go straight unless we want to crash in someone's house. Oh, okay. There's no traffic. It's going to ease itself out. And we're off. Okay. We'll try to make our way out of this neighborhood with an unprotected left. And we'll just see how it goes. The last time I did this, it waited for a car to be approaching before it took off. It was funny. It was fine. It was wide open. It just hung out, waited and waited and waited. And at the worst time, it said, "All right, I'm going." All right, so we have a stop sign here, and luckily for us, we have a stop sign because there's two dips that it wouldn't have missed. Now I wonder if it'll just try to accelerate right through the dip. Yep, there's constant acceleration past that dip. So we got to get the dips. Just slow down for the dips. Someone tweet Elon, let him know. Okay. I really should have got him out because this is kind of crazy here. Okay. Right now I'm stopped and I'm not on autopilot, but I'm going to reactivate it now. Okay, now the problem is if you activate, I think if you activate autopilot while you're at a stoplight, it does not check to see if it's clear to go. It just goes. I guess that's because it doesn't remember or see that there's a stop sign there, or it doesn't care, or I'm not sure. But if you're at a stop sign and you activate autopilot, as far as I can tell, it won't stop. It just assumes that it's good to go. So just a heads up. Okay, we have a still warning. Oh, we're good here. Turn to avoid that. And we're at a stoplight. It's getting back over onto its side. At another stop sign. And it's going to edge down here. It really can't see that way, but it's edging out slowly. All right, it's good. It's going. We should be getting to a good spot to see an unprotected left now, I would think. About, I guess, a couple blocks away. Okay, here's another dip. It didn't slow down for that. I did this. I did it. It was not even thinking about it. So keep in mind, it does not slow down for dips. Just learned that tonight. Here's another dip. I don't know, maybe Abu just got a lot of dips too. Who knows? We have a stop sign now, so as long as you got it's stopping way early for this one for some reason. It is slowing down, and we're still slowing. And time to go. Okay. Whoa, the acceleration is like crazy. All right, there's oh, okay. All right, handle that. There was a car coming on one side and there was a trash can on the other side, and it was staring towards the trash can, but it was able to get it out of the way. I was about a half a second from taking over there. And we are at another stop sign. Okay, I'm gonna turn here because this is a good spot where we can get an unprotected left coming up here. Or unprotected turn. I'm not sure about unprotected left. I'm gonna actually pull over to put in an address so it turns the right way. Give me 1 second here. thing that I haven't tried is actually setting it to a destination and letting it turn into the destination's parking lot. I don't have enough confidence in it for it to do that. It always seems like it wants to go fast and then just turn right into the place. And, turning into a parking lot going 25 miles an hour is not optimal. Okay, so let me concentrate fully on this. We're getting ready to make an uncorrected left. It's edging out. There's a lot of cars in the way. So I've got my foot on the brake just in case. It's not touching. But last time this was quite something to experience. Alright, the brake pedal is like being pumped. It's like pressing, then not pressing, pressing, then not pressing. But it hasn't pulled forward any yet. There's still no good gaps. The thing you gotta do about this, you gotta look at this side and this side while it's, so there's a small gap here. I don't think I would go, and it's not going either. It's kind of like thinking about it. The wheels are like rolling forward and then rolling back. I would say. All right, there's a good gap here if it goes, but it's not going, so we're waiting. We're still waiting. Okay, don't go yet. I think after these two cars, we should be good. Will it pull out? No, it's not pulling out. We'll give it some time because there's no one behind me, and I'm not in any particular rush. Okay, so nope, still nobody behind me. They had plenty of time that time though to turn and didn't. So we'll give it one more chance here. I guess that's better than what happened last time. Last time it pulled out when it was not clear. I think it was a situation, there was a black car on the black tarmac and it got kind of lost there. Alright, so after the problem is now there's two cars in the middle here, so it can't pull out, but there's no, now it can go if it decides. Okay, it can go, but it's not going to go. It can go after this car. I think it's thinking about it. It's going after this car. Oh, is it? Is it? Oh, no, it saw the car heading out and then stopped. Okay. Now it should be able to go. Nope, it went for it and then stopped. Alright. We're still waiting. Luckily, there's no one behind me. I might be camping out here tonight, folks. It's not really wanting to do it. I don't think it just doesn't have quite the aggressiveness it needs to make it through here, which is probably a good thing considering where we're at. Alright, there's lots of cars coming, so you can't go now. Since there's no one behind me, I'll just let it sit here and think about it for a little bit. So we've been here at the stop sign for about, I don't know, 3 minutes. So if you're going to use beta, don't plan to be going anywhere anytime soon because you definitely don't have, you're not going to get there in a hurry. You'll be accelerating and stopping in a hurry, but the in-between spots where you spend most of your time would just kind of be sitting. Waiting. Okay. It was about to go for no good reason, and luckily it didn't. I still didn't press the brakes, but it was moving when it shouldn't really have been moving, I don't think. Maybe he gets frustrated too. Just like, I'm just gonna go. Don't even care. Okay, what are we doing? Alright. That was actually pretty good, I think. Alright, and nope. We might have made that because that car's actually in the middle lane, and it was going to turn me into the other lane, but I'm not really sure about that.